Welcome back. You're still watching Newsday. Thank you for staying with us. Now, Prince Akeem Adenuga, a Nigerian philanthropist and UK-based social entrepreneur, has dedicated himself to tackling water scarcity in underserved communities. Through his Marigold Water Charity Organization, he has successfully drilled boreholes in rural areas across Lagos State, improving access to safe drinking water while creating awareness about hygiene and water safety. Joining us now is Prince Adenuga, who will share the inspiration behind his Water for All vision, discuss the journey of implementing successful water projects both in Nigeria and the UK, highlight the partnerships and support that have made these initiatives possible, and outline his plans to expand this life-changing initiative further. He will also explain how safe water access is transforming communities and why this mission is critical for public health and social development. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon.
Let's start with a little background and also what inspired you to go into philanthropy.
Thank you. I was born and brought up in Odo and where we had the first project into a royal family. And apparently, when we were growing up, we used to go to the stream to fetch water in that community. And this is, I'm in my 60s now, so you can imagine at the time, we go into the stream to fetch water. And when I started coming back home, a few years back, 2021, because I've been in England for a while, and I still notice people going to the same stream. It's baffling. And I thought, no, this shouldn't be happening in this day and age. My background, I work in a water corporation in England. And I'm a trained pipeline engineer. And I know a little bit about water projects and, water purification and all that. Because we majorly deal in water where I work. And I thought, if I have the experience there, why can't I bring it back home and help my own people to develop them? I've experienced it firsthand. I was born into that community. And I said, no, it's not going to happen again. I will try and see what I can do. I look around the whole area. I've been to Agboa Kosi. I've been to Ota. I've been to Ekpe. I've been to Mojoda. I've been to all over the place. There is no significant system that kind of give them clean drinking water. And I said to myself, if the opportunity arises, I will bring water to everybody around Lagos State.
Very good, Prince Adenuga. I still want to take you up on that. We're still going to look at your project, the Water for All initiative. Yes. But I'm glad you had your childhood here in Nigeria before going to the UK.
Correct.
Why do you think there's a problem, or rather, there's even a lack of public, water project for Lagosians, what have you? It's been like that for years now. It's a failure of the system.
Exactly.
It's a systemic failure despite the efforts. But right now, majority of the citizens have, to build their own boreholes, self-sufficient.
Which is a massive problem.
It is a massive problem.
Because you're drilling a hole. My neighbor is drilling a hole. Everyone is drilling a hole.
Environmental impact.
Exactly. The government, we can't blame them as such because they might be thinking they're doing the right thing. But are they doing it with the right people? In that community, this same community that, we've been able to identify the problem of water shortage. There is a government borehole there.
Yes.
Which was done about 7 years ago. It works for 6 months and it never works again. This is what I was told. The site is still there. But when we started our project, this was in 2023, the first project we did, we made sure that we have people that will go back there with the service expert to go and clean the water, purify the water, clean the tank. That's why we always have 2 tanks. But when you see most of the borehole that's been drilled in Lagos State, it's got 1 tank. Where's the purification? Where does that come from? You have 2 tanks. The water goes into 1 tank.
Yep.
and then it filters it. There's a mechanism in one of the tank that will filter it and come back to the second tank, and the water will come down to you. Then you have a clean water. But are we really able to do that with the government and everything? I don't think so, because it starts at the local level. The local government are the people that should be pioneering this. They should be going to visit all these people and educate them. This is what you do. So if any government, for starters, came to install a borehole in my village with only one tank, I'll question it. That why do we have one tank? How do you purify the water we're drinking?
Good question.
But because they don't know, and you can't blame them. We're used to going to the stream to fetch water. Up till today, some people doesn't know. I saw some people the other day fetching water from wells. We know how contaminated this is. But do I want to blame the government? I blame individuals. Individuals in power. Individuals are supposed to be looking after these rural people. But are they doing their job? No. Categorically no. So it takes a lot of private investment company, individuals. You've been abroad. You see what is happening there. Don't compare it, but bring something back to help our community. Bring something back to develop the community. We can complain about the government from today till tomorrow. If individuals in power are not able to do what they're supposed to do, we just beat around the bush.
Quite instructive, Prince Adenuga. And, one would wonder why you're focusing on rural communities alone. We know that this water issue cuts across both urban and rural communities.
Right. Remember I said I was born and brought up at Adenuga. And we're not just going to limit what we're doing in the rural area, but first, they are the people at the deep end. They are the people that are suffering for now. You'll be surprised. You go to some villages, the kind of water they drink. You'll be shocked. We have a request from another community, Far East, and we told them, we will get to you. So this is what Marigold wants to do. We will cover the whole area. We're registered in Nigeria. We're not limited to Lagos State alone. We're registered to cover the whole of Nigeria. As long as we have the funding, we will come to the city. But for now, we want to concentrate. We've achieved 2. The third one is in process. The fourth one in progress. So hopefully, by the time we cover the suburb of Lagos State, then we'll be thinking at the same time, let's cover another state, Ogun State, Bendel State. We're registered. We're not limited to one place in Nigeria.
I was going to ask you about the plans to expand, when people see such a philanthropic work.
Especially the South region with
indeed.
polluted water.
Yeah, but tell us about these 2 projects you've just completed. What are the shortcomings, the challenges, what you had to go through to get it all sorted?
In the rural area, there's always going to be challenges. The first project we did, before we had that project done, we surveyed the areas to see which is the best area we're going to have good water. So you can drill a hole here, you will have water, but it might be contaminated water, but you might not know. But I know, because I'm knowledgeable about that. So I brought my machinery, I brought everything with the expert, I hired a company, they came in and they went to survey the place. And they said, we can have it here. How many meters down are we going? At the time, I was projected for 70 meters. And I was told to get clean spring water here, we're going to go between 80 and 240 meters down.
So that's extra deep drilling.
Extra deep drilling. So you have to consider that. And it's no joke. It takes days to achieve that. But once you are able to get that water will run for life. As long as your pumping machine is being serviced all the time, your tank is being fed with adequate mechanism to keep going, you'll be all right. Those are the first challenges. Second challenges you're going to have is maintenance. We all know in Nigeria, there's maintenance called problem. So when we had the first one done, I keep getting phone call. The tap is broken. One of the 6 tap is broken. The other one is broken. There's only one tap working. And I said, okay, this is what's going to happen. I employ somebody. You go and put it pump on in the morning and then in the evening. Keep an eye on the tap. Because we won't just drill a hole for you. We will give you the pumping machine and we'll give you like a generator or solar, whichever way, to pump it for the people. So going back to your question, I just want to make life easier for the rural people first. We in the city, in the urban area, we can buy bottled water, we can do this, we can do anything. But in the rural area, they are the one at the deep end. And that is where we're soliciting for more company to partner with us, to join hand with us, and let us achieve this.
This is quite commendable. And I imagine you spend a lot of funds to get all of this done. Do you have partners in the UK, in Nigeria? How do you get support?
It's been very, 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 very difficult, but I've been very lucky. See, I work with a company called HydroSave UK Limited. They deal with water leakage as well, and they're a contractor to the company called Thames Water Services. And HydroSave is a subsidiary of South Staffordshire PLC, UK, massive. They trained me what I am now. And when I came home and I said, I want to bring water to my community, I went back to work. I spoke to my director. Oh, sorry. So I spoke with my director and I said, look, I need to bring water to my community.
All right.
And let's see what we can do about it. You know what he said to me? Go ahead. I'm with you all the way. And here we are today. He's been very supportive. HydroSave have been very supportive. And there's another company, Finley Jude. Finley Jude have been very supportive as well. They've donated most amount of the money that we've used for our projects. And I want to say here today, Finley Jude, Lisa, you got sent. Because these guys, Finley Jude, Thames Water, and HydroSave, they kept me where I am today. I also have a few of my friends in England who have been very supportive by donating funds and by supporting us. Mind you, we're registered in Nigeria, but we're also registered in England. So we have 5 trustees in England. We have 3 trustees in Nigeria. So the trustees in England have work to do too. They have to source for funds. The likes of Barrister Jide Lanley is a member of our organization. And we have Dave Evans. We have Brian Warwicker. We have George Miller, who's the brain behind the computer and everything. So I have a team of experts in Marigold Water Charity. All we just needed is supports. When we get in the support, I'm not too sure if you read about my story years ago with Thames Water Services, where all the newspapers in England pick up the story, the African Prince and all that. Yes, that really helped us to bring Marigold to limelight. And we're getting financial support from the likes of Finley Jude, the likes of Thames Water, HydroSave. They gave me the platform to bring this to Nigeria. And to all my friends around the world, when I phone them, when I text them, they never say no. They always contribute money to this. And they're not from that area. But then they ask me, when you go come to my area now, and I will always say, don't worry, we will get to your area. We will get, everybody needs water. Water is life.
Indeed.
Water is life. I only hope that our government will be able to prioritize this. This is life. This is life. And this is me. This is what motivates me. I'm always here in Nigeria, back to England. Whenever I said I'm going to Nigeria, my employer will give me time off. And I still get paid.
Wow. So, which brings you into the next question. How has your professional background in the UK impacted you bringing this vision to life in Nigeria to a large extent?
It has, indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed. The training I had with HydroSave Limited at the time, at the tail end of 2000, when I joined the company at the time was called Subterra Services. They are a branch of Thames Water Services. Those are the people that employed me. And that's when I started my training as a leakage engineer and all that. So the experience I gathered from working with Hydrosafe and Thames Water Services has really given me this opportunity. If I haven't got any knowledge of water, industry or anything, I might not be able to achieve this. So to answer your question, the background I had over there has really motivated and helped me significantly to bring water back home to my country.
So earlier you talked about the knowledge gap in the different communities you've worked with.
Yes.
Are you working towards bridging that gap, sensitizing and educating the community residents? And also, have you noticed any measurable impact of some of these projects that you've done?
Yes. The last project that we just did, that was completed in April this year. And I wasn't here when it was commissioned, but I spoke with them through internet, what did you call it, Zoom. So I was able to explain to them what it takes, because the background to your question is adequate maintenance and information, sensitizing them on how you can deal with water, clean water. The water we provide you is quite clean, but you need to make sure that you keep yourself clean as well. In the sense that we can provide leaflet for you, we can put leaflet out there, we can tell you how to purify your water, we can put all this in place, but if you don't want to do it, you are creating problem for yourself. So what we have done in that region, I'm so happy. When I went there last week, I was so happy because the place was so clean, and you would think that it was only commissioned yesterday. And that way, it tells me that the kind of education we're giving them about how they can, purify their water, even if they get it from the stream or they get it from well, is really helping them. So, yeah, and we won't stop at that. We still,
Any political aspirations? Do you have any political aspirations?
To be honest with you, no.
Okay.
No. I just want to give back to my community.
Beautiful.
It's a topic for another day. Where I am today, I was brought up like I've been so lucky.
All right, and
so I'll leave it.
And giving back is quite a good thing. We've been talking to Prince Akeem Adenuga, philanthropist, and of course President Marigold Water Charity UK, and we wish you all the best in further expansion possibilities.
Thank you. Can I just say something?
Quickly.
Yes. Princess Abimbola Adenuga, that's my wife. She's been so supportive. I cannot do this without her.
You have to keep dying so you don't get into trouble. Very important.
Thank you. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you very much.